I'm Mickey Colton.
And I'm Chad Dillon, and this is the Utica Rallycross Series.
Made July for your 6th race of our 4th season here at Nairobi, Kenya.
Nairobi!
Yes, we have a new track on the schedule. It's our 3rd new track of the year, and it takes place in the African continent. And this is replacing the Sarh race we usually run during this time of the year. I'm sorry, Chad.
It's okay.
I know how much you like.
I like the peace and quiet once in a while. You know, I don't like to go there too much. I like being out and about, you know.
And we are in Nairobi, one of the larger cities in Kenya. It should be a awesome event today. This track was actually built in an attempt to replace Sarh by the track owner. So it should be an interesting track. Plus, we had some silly season updates. 2 new drivers in the series for the second half of the year. I think this is actually the most drivers to run the full schedule in a Utica Rallycross Series season.
I mean, so far it's been a tightly compact season. Over the second half, it's been pretty intense so far.
Yep, and it should be a great run to the championship as we just came off our off week, and we're going to be running to the end of the season. Let's take a look at our starting order. Any names here that stand out to you?
You know, there's some big ones here, of course. I want to see how Neal Evans does in his first appearance here in the second half of the season, replacing the Black Mamba.
Yeah, not going to be easy feat. We'll talk more about that when he gets on the racetrack. Watch out for some of your dirt track drivers. I think Tyler Benoit starting last today. Watch out for him. He could be really fast. Chris Dodd in the 1 car usually impresses me when we come to dirt tracks this season. But also watch out for some of your experienced veterans like Tyler Klessa. So this is a new track. Everyone's on equal footing this time around.
Exactly. That's my favorite part is everyone's got to take their time. They got to watch each driver and go on to the next one. That's how our first season was. It was awesome the whole time.
And the first car up on track is Sean Angel for Hamilton Autosports, the Canadian driver. Not really used to this style of racing here in the middle of Africa, but it's not going to work too well. Now this track is more of a moto-cross-style course. It's you know, you can see a dirt bike racing on this.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a very simple layout, but then it's very challenging, especially around this turn. This is probably going to challenge most of the drivers today.
Yeah, because one wrong move, you could send that car capsizing. Plus, you have these really satisfying jumps. And Chad, you went out on the track earlier today in one of our test cars. What did you think of it?
I really enjoyed it. I think that, like I said, that one turn really tripped me up as a driver. I mean, I had a lot of difficulty there, but the jumps are really satisfying, like you said. Feels really good. 41.99
for Sean Angel. I think that can be easily beaten by it's the Flying Dutchman, Robert Piet. Now, were you going around the town earlier with some of the drivers, or did you not hang out with Robert Piet?
What do you mean?
Well, Robert Piet went to one of the clubs along with some of the other drivers, and he's been making the rounds on social media. Exquisite dancer. Really light on his feet. Really good at the club.
You know, Richard Johnson was telling me that Robert Piet is a pretty awesome dancer. I've yet to see it, but you know what? Now that you bring it up, I might have to go see it now.
Yes, and Robert Piet going through this course pretty well as the NASCAR CEO on track. Coming
nice
to the
turn.
line. He is the top spot on track, so good job for Robert Piet.
Next up is the stuntman, Seth Cole, up to bat.
Yeah, I think you'll like these jumps.
You know, they are. I mean, the problem is, though, is that if you don't get enough speed or you get too much speed, it's going to throw it over. But wow, he really killed that first jump there.
It rode that thing like a horse over those bumps, just high up in the air like a bucking bronco.
He hits the side wall there, but he's able to get back on track, straighten out, and see how he does the second jump of the course.
Pretty speedy. Didn't even land on the jump. He went past it.
Here he goes. Now this is the turn that's going to be a make or break here. You got to hit it really sharp, especially if you want to get the top time at the end of the day.
It's hard because it's a blind corner, and these drivers, they don't get practice time. That's a 39.57. Seth Cole second on the board.
Next up is the dark horse. I think he's coming back alive. Matt Dool, he is ready to go.
I'm not sure yet. He's still pretty far back in the points.
I saw some light in the last 2 races.
We'll see about that. I'm not sure, because Matt Dool has had a bit of a struggle this year.
You know, you got to give him hope. You know, I'm tired of calling him the dark horse, and I don't think it's helping his confidence. So, you know what? I'm going to try and be a more positive person to a lot of these drivers now, try and get them motivated.
Well, it's good to hear, Chad. You know, it's good. You know, drivers like confidence.
Yeah, they do. And so far, a pretty dang good run for Matt Dool.
Been doing pretty well on track, crossing the line. That's the second fastest time. I never thought I'd say that for the 16 car this season. Next up is William Duncan from Maverick GP. Veteran of the sports, been around since season 1. Seeing how he can handle himself on this tight, short circuit. Now, he only has 1 win in the series, but it came on another short circuit in Laos, which we aren't going to this year. But, you know, this track's mostly dirt. I kind of get that feel from it.
Yeah, no, I do as well. And he creeps around that side bend really slow, but see if he can pick up the speed for the second jump. Hits it over, just clips the hump there.
For those at home, like, you know, that bump may look like nothing, but to the driver, that's a lot of wheelsmanship there.
Oh yeah, no, it's tough to control the car, especially if you're flying that fast.
40-11, not going to be the time that he was looking for. As Ray Davis is on track for the Davis Motor Shop, he was really good at Sarh all these years. He got his only career victory at the Sarh Speedway.
Yes.
And now we're still in Africa, so
wow,
a little bit further south than Chad, but see if he can get things going.
I don't want him going anywhere south near me. All right, listen.
I don't think that's what I was trying to extrapolate from that, but all right. But car number 7 continuing on course. Ooh, a little sloppy through that section.
You know, the first half seemed pretty good, but I think that side bend there, tripped him up, a little too much speed. See, that was what we were talking about. It's so blind, you think you're going to gung-ho over that, but then you got to turn sharp right when you get to the top.
That was 5th fastest. He beat Sean Angel, but this track is so short, you really can't make any mistakes. There's Stephen Carter on track, Mr. Consistency on the 4.
Speaking of no mistakes, you know, this man is He's fun to watch. You should watch him for consistency alone. I mean, he's perfection.
But it's just been victories. He hasn't been able to get that win count yet. So he's going to be trying his hardest today. Carter through the second half of the course, see if he makes this jump pretty well. Jumps over it, but ooh, that was pretty smooth.
Yeah, no, he
really
he didn't land any awkward way for him to, you know, jolt himself left or right. He's straight in the path, hits this final turn really sharp. He's coming to the line, a 38.91.
He's going to break the 39-second mark as Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Big Papa, on track.
Look at when they call me Big Papa.
He sure does like it when they call him Big Papa. As he is on track, though he may be challenged soon by an even bigger Papa. So, we'll see. As Zachary Fitzwater Sr. got that impressive victory earlier this year in Blackpool, now he's trying to follow that up as he's still running in the top 10 points.
Exactly. I mean, that win was amazing. I still am blown away by how crazy that was. I mean, we'll never see anything like that again.
That might be one of the top moments of this year, if not the top moment of the year. Coming through the final corner, he flays out a little bit wide. 5th place overall, not what he was hoping for on track. Now, here's the even bigger Papa. It is Neal Evans, Matt Evans' father. Now, Matt Evans decided, he wasn't really focused on this year. He wanted to step away from it, pursue other adventures. So his father and owner of Evans Engineering Incorporated, Neal Evans, on track. He's a driver of sports cars.
Yeah, normally his first appearance was in the Utica HomeTrackSeries, I remember, and that's usually what he's known for. And oh man, as you can see, the experience is lacking.
Yes, as Neal Evans, actually the oldest competitor in the Utica Rallycross Series, coming to the line. See if he can get a salvageable time out of this.
Yeah, 41.50, not a good time for Neal Evans.
Beats Sean Angel, but not too many others, as Chris Aurelio, the Mighty Mighty Tiger, is on track.
We are Tigers! Mighty Mighty Tigers!
As Chris Aurelio getting started on this run. This has been a pretty lackluster year for Chris Aurelio. Hasn't really been...
Like I said, though, when we brought back the theme song, he had a good run, so we got to keep doing it.
Oh, he slides a little bit in that corner. I'm not too certain of how that will turn out for the 14.
He's got the speed, hitting in the second jump. Very smooth, a lot like Stephen Carter.
I think that was the fastest I've seen through that sector of the course.
Let's see if he can hit this turn sharp. Ooh,
a
little slow, a little rocky, but he can get it leveled out.
That's going to be 5th fast overall. Not horrible, but it's just that blind corner. People have a hard time going over that.
Yeah, next up is Nathan Hudson, the Purple Nurple. Up to bat here. Let's see how he can do. Hits that turn really wide up the ramp there. Gives him a lot of speed, but can he level out?
Going pretty fast this time around. Now, Nathan Hudson, not at the bottom of the standings anymore since we have 2 new drivers that have no points yet. So Hudson's going to be at least happy about that. Let's see if he can finish this one out strong.
So far, so good. Can he hit the jump? No!
Are you kidding me?
No!
My God.
I don't know what happened. He had the speed. It must have clipped right before the jump.
Yeah, I think Nathan Hudson is going to be last place today. I don't really foresee too many people wrecking out of this race. Next up, it's Dust Under from Down Under, Tyler Chico Kalesa.
There we go. Hits the jump pretty smooth, nice and straight. Hits the second turn, the second bend.
Now, Colesa's been driving like my stock portfolio. It's been going up and it's been going down. It seems like every odd event it's been going down, every even number event it's been going up. This is an even number event, so theoretically you should get a good run today.
So far, it's looking like he's going to get one if he just can hit this final turn really smooth, very sharp right around the bend.
That was pretty sick.
Here he goes. Another good turn from Tyler Kolesa. Can he finish it out?
Coming to the line, that's 5th fastest overall for Tyler Kolesa. A good finish for him. As Mark Holbert in S3 Motorsports number 9 machine is on track.
This is the man you actually got to look out for because this is an Arenacross style track. You know, a very, very simplistic dirt level track, and this is what got him the win in the Arenacross Series.
Yes, and Mark Holbert tied with Ray Davis for the points lead, but he has more wins. Ray Davis did not do too well.
Oh,
and now Mark Holbert with an issue on track goes off circuit. Can he get back on?
Oh, let's see if it's a rookie mistake here. Oh, he's managed to get back on track. A very veteran move, as we can see from Mark Holbert.
The track designers think of everything when it comes to that. And Mark Holbert's going to continue. This will not be a good time, but his opponent in number 7 didn't have a good time either.
Yeah, so, you know, sometimes if you have a bad week, you get lucky if someone else does. But a 45.66 for Mark Holbert, not a good time.
That's the slowest time of the bunch, as Colin Bartel in the Northwest Motorsports number 12 is on track. Another driver who's been having a rough year.
You know what? Like I said, positive outlook. Colin Bartel is going to turn it around.
So we shouldn't call him Mr. Inconsistent.
No, we're not. We're not. We're going to say
we're not going to make him sad.
He is Colin Bartel, the man.
The man?
He's just the man.
Well, he was the 12th man last year since he was running for 12th Man Motorsports, but the team did some restructuring after the Seattle Seahawks pulled their funding from the operation. But they're still trying to get it done today.
Okay, final bend here. Can he hit it? A little sharp, but he's got a lot of speed coming to the finish.
This is pretty fast.
Wow!
Bartel, 2nd overall. Where did he pull that one from?
Again, positive energy. That's what you got to keep. Positive energy. Next up is Conrad Wilson, the rookie that's been okay this season. I mean, he's been keeping up pace with a lot of the veterans, but
yeah, he's having a decent run. Not this time. And Nathan Hudson's going to breathe a sigh of relief because this is going to be last place on the board as of right now.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone could wreck after that. As next up, we have James Silverfox from Cybertron Motorsports. Now, Anthony Lopez did a great job this year for a rookie, but just couldn't get that funding together. They sold it off to James Silverfox.
Ooh. Yeah, Silverfox now for his first appearance again here. Not a good showing in that first turn.
Yeah, Silverfox had a really good run in Dead Man's Curve last year.
Yes.
Actually finished 3rd in the qualifier race. But it seems like today's not going to be that kind of day as he struggles early out the gate.
He did hit the second bend pretty well. He had a little bit of consistency on the second half of this track, but a little too much speed going around the bend there.
See, that's the issue. He hasn't been in the car in a while, so it's that inexperience on track. It's a 41.86. Still beats Sean Angel, though.
Yeah.
That seems to be the
It's tough. It's tough when you go first up. You know, you don't know what is a good time. You know, you feel like, oh, you know, that was pretty good, but then everyone just wipes the floor with you.
Next up is the Phoenix Gustavus Cortez in the number 13 machine for Axiom Rage Motorsports, and he was another driver who was having fun out at the clubs in Nairobi this weekend.
I was partying with Cortez.
Oh, nice. Did you get Shui?
Yeah.
Or should we not? Can we say get Shui on the broadcast? No? Well,
oh, no.
Too late.
Well, he must be a little hungover there from last night because he just hit that second bump there. Not having a good time today.
Alcohol helped him get the ride. It's not going to help him get a top time today, though. Coming to the line, let's see what he can do. 42.41. Does not beat Sean Angel, so tragic. Next up is Chris Dodd.
With
is
the
hot
dude.
Bod. He doesn't. I was talking to him. He doesn't particularly like that, but the fans sure do.
Yes, they do. Like I said, there's already T-shirts, everything. There's gonna be. I heard there's gonna be an album. There's gonna be an album, a fan album. Yeah, a fan album made.
I wonder what that could possibly sound like.
Well, you know what? We'll find it soon, and I'll try and get it in the studio eventually.
But as Chris Dodd's popularity spirals out of control, he's trying to keep it on track here for a good time. Oh man! His run's gonna spiral out of control now too.
I don't know what's happened to a lot of these drivers. They just can't get the speed to land it.
The issue is that dirt tracks have a lot of inconsistency to them, so they're hitting these ruts that are being formed, and they're just not getting that momentum. At the 40-50 on track, beat Sean Angel. As Joseph Benesto for Team Motorsports, #TeamTeam is on track.
Yes. Now, Joseph Benesto, not a good year.
Not been a good year, but he is quite good at Sarh Speedway. This is a track that's similar. He could have an opportunity to squeak out a good run.
So far, pretty smooth. How can he handle the bend here? A little slow, but sometimes, oof, man, 2 sharp turns. It's going to bring him to a complete stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. That might not
But a lot of speed coming down. He hit the ramp just right. Let's see if this can make up for it.
Coming through the final corners, owner John Cittadino hoping for a good run this year.
Here we go.
Coming to the line, 39.86. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Now doesn't make the top 5, but now we have the dirt man himself, Tyler Benoit.
Tyler Benoit is the driver to watch out for. He's the last car on track for this event. I'm really curious what he's going to do. Ooh, he was slow there.
Oh, that's
no.
killed. It's done.
That is unlike the Dirt Devil. I'm surprised.
You know, it's a new track. They're just breaking it in, especially when you're last man up. You notice how the last leg of the ruts are being formed from a lot of the other cars?
Yeah.
The last leg's tough on dirt tracks.
I know, and you know, usually these guys that have been going up near the end usually do better, but last couple of events, someone from the early stages have been really taking these top times.
Yeah.
Like, look at that, Stephen Carter's still on the top of the board.
But a lot of speed here.
41.99. That ties with Sean Angel, so we go to a tiebreaker event. This is going to be a battle for 15th position. So not the most exciting battle. Second tiebreaker in a row for Sean Angel.
Yes.
So, well, actually, for him, it doesn't matter. If he gets the top time, which I'm not sure he's going to do with that particular run there, if he gets the top time, he just gets a bonus point. If he finishes 16th, he's going to get 15th place points anyway. So, regardless, the worst he can do is 15th
He's just getting
points
some practice. He's just getting some practice in.
Yeah, which is usually a good thing, especially for these rookies. He's got to run 2 extra runs this season than all the other rookies. So hopefully that transfers into some success in the late going.
Exactly. Now, very, very fast in that final turn. What can he get here?
41.55, faster than Sean Angel. As Tyler Benoit, Dirt Devil, gets a second chance at the course.
Hopefully we can see some redemption here. I mean, that was not a good run for Tyler Benoit.
Yeah, Tyler Benoit, I mean, I can only imagine what he can do on these second runs. Coming to the first jump. Oh, he's not good. He flips it! Oh my god! I never in all my years have I seen the Dirt Devil perform this poorly on a dirt
he's
track.
Trying to flip the car over. Can he get it?
That is done though. Sean Angel has gotten the time, but Stephen Carter, Mr. Consistency,
finally
winless all these years, gets his first career victory. And how about Colin Bartel in second place?
And Robert Piet.
Crazy Legs in third place.
And that duel, look at that top.
And the stuntman for redemption.
Wow.
That top 5. This has been a day of underdogs. Tyler Colessa, Chris Aurelio, Joseph Finesto in 8th, followed by Big Papa, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., and William Duncan rounding out the top 10. We weren't sure about that time, but
look at that top 10, though. That is a very, very surprising top 10.
I am very interested to see what the points are going to be like after this one.
Those times, though, were very, very tightly contested, too. I mean, everyone was a couple, 0.2, 0.3 off. It was a good
almost
battle.
half the field was under 40 seconds, so such a good time for all these drivers out on the racetrack. Let's take a look at the second half of the field. Chris Dodd just missing that top 10. Then Neal Evans was the 12th place position. Ray Davis not making it in there. Silverfox in 14th, and Sean Angel gets that 15th spot and that bonus point.
Yes, exactly. Followed by Tyler Benoit, not a good showing for him. Esteves Cortez, Mark Holbert's going to kill him in the points.
Yeah,
and there are 2 DNF mans of Nathan Hudson and Conrad Wilson.
It's an absolute shame for them. Tyler Benoit with a huge disappointment. Just think, Cortez is up in the top of the points. Mark Holbert's up there. Ray Davis is up there. Chris Dodd. All of them failed to make the top 10
this is going to shift the whole point standing.
So we'll see what those point standings are. As Stephen Carter is now your points leader. 2 points over Ray Davis, who got the drop on Mark Holbert by finishing slightly better. There's Robert Piet in 3rd, followed by Chris Dodd and Zachary Fitzwater. Look at that top 5, separated by only 5 points.
That's crazy.
Mark Holbert back down to 6th place. William Duncan, 7th, followed by Tyler Benoit, Tyler Colessa. Chris Aurelio cracks the top 10.
Those 2 Tylers like to be tied a lot.
I mean, just look at 1st to 10th. That's within 1 race distance.
Yes.
Esteves Cortez got hit hard. He drops out of the top 10 in its entirety. Fast Cole in 12th, followed by Sean Angel, Conrad Wilson, Anthony Lopez, no longer racing, hangs on the 15th.
Then you got Matt Duell, Colin Bartel trying to pull, maybe try and get back into the top 10, but it's going to be tight. Matt Evans no longer with us.
Well, I mean, he's still alive. He's just not in the series.
And Joseph Finesto and Nathan Hudson to round out your top 20.
There's Neal Evans and James Silverfox. There's a handful of points each. So we had a great race here today.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of unexpected things happening on the racetrack. But next week, we implore you to join us for the Dubai Speedway. It's going to be a street circuit. We're going to be flying between buildings on that one.
That is my favorite track from last season. I'm so glad they brought it back, and I'm super excited.
So until then, we will see you next time on the Utica Rallycross Series.
Dubai!